Distance good?
Perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
3, 2, and 1. Well, Mayor Shane, welcome back to Mayor's Monday here at WSAU, WSAU.com. We're taking a page from former Mayor Zach's playbook. We are outside today, but when the weather's like this, and you've got the backdrop of the Wisconsin River cutting right through town, why not, right?
Absolutely. It's a beautiful spot.
I know you said, actually, as we're recording this, you brought your lunch downtown here into this area. I know that's a big thing in Wisconsin Rapids. On Thursdays, you bring your lunch and enjoy it by the river, right?
Yeah, actually we have lunch by the river here on Thursdays. They have provide entertainment on the stage down the way from us, and they usually have 4 or 5 different vendors down here. They rotate around through, and then on the other side of the river, every Thursday and Saturday we have our downtown farmers market, which is a very active event, and there's also food there. I know a lot of people like to go down and get some famous egg rolls down there, and some other vendors are down. There's a large number of other vendors down there.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as the lunch by the river goes, you mentioned food trucks. I mean, what kind of things are you rotating in and out every week for that?
You know, our local Heart of Wisconsin kind of organizes the event, and so you have Rocky Rococo's. Today there was Rocky Rococo's. The Jamaican Kitchen down here from Marshfield, which is really good food, and Chatterbox, and another. Well, I can't remember which one the other one was, but they rotate through. There's other food trucks that come in, and you get a good variety of food and some entertainment while you're having your lunch.
Yeah, and it's just something to kind of break up the day and again get you outside on a day like this, because I mean, for people like you and I, we work inside quite a bit. You just kind of forget how nice this can be sometimes here in June and July.
I feel like that little kid at my window looking out on a beautiful day a lot of times.
And of course, as you look out your window there at the office, you're still overlooking the Verso paper mill, and no, nobody was trying to burn it down for insurance money or anything like that. You had the fire. I've seen some crews out there doing some work on my way into town. Just give us an update.
Yes.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, so they were in last couple days fixing it was more cosmetic damage. There was not any structural damage, so that's being repaired. Yesterday I was down in Madison testifying in support of the Senate Bill 369, which we kind of affectionately Representative Krug and Senator Teston we call it the Mill Bill. And it's about hopefully securing some funding to aid with the co-op in the purchase of the mill.
Yeah, and that's obviously something that a lot of people have been talking about in Madison because of the various funding means that have been attempted at one point or another to reopen that bill. We're not going to go into the politics of that now, but yes, it's a standalone bill for not only for you but for Park Rapids, or Park Falls as well. Yes. So give us an idea why this bill is so important and what the crux of your testimony was there before the Senate.
Yeah, you know, Mayor Bablik was down there from Park Falls also. It was nice to meet with him because we have a lot of correlation between our communities. We have, we're on the same path. We might have a different scale and size, but we're very unique in our history and our paper mill connection. But yeah, we were both down there just showing support, what it could mean for our community to have our mills operating again, and hopefully the state will join in that and help support purchase of that mill, or of both the mills, and we can get them up and running and get some employment back in there.
And it just, again, give us kind of the basics of what the funding mechanisms would be for this, and what ultimately it would mean for the community.
Yeah, so for Wisconsin Rapids it's $50 million, and Park Falls it's $15 million. And then that would be funds available through the state through a loan program, and then also the community and the purchasers of the mill would also have financial responsibilities to kind of put that whole financing package together.
Mm-hmm. And as far as the support of it, obviously you're very fortunate to have somebody like Scott Krug who's really been upfront about this. In fact, Scott will be the first one to tell you that this isn't just my project. I get more comments on this from the Northwoods and everywhere else just because of what the mill would mean for industry there. But so you're very fortunate to have him going to bat for you. As far as bipartisan support goes, I know he says that they've got the support just on the Republican side, but they'd still like to be pulling some Democrats in. Have you had any conversations like that, maybe even directly with the governor's office, about support for this bill?
So I've had conversations with the governor's office, with his liaison person, and I expressed my support for it. They were actually calling to tell me about the announcement that the governor had his own similar bill put together, part of a package. But I have expressed my support for it, and and the community is supporting this. Alderman Dean Beneman came down with me, and he spoke in support of the bill too, and he comes from a long paper making family also through Port Edwards, and so it's very important to our community.
Mm-hmm. So you're getting a sense that there might be some of that support. You might be able to get this pushed through, even though things in Madison at times don't seem the greatest as far as politics go.
Yeah, it passed through the Assembly, and now we're on to the Senate, and it potential pass there, and then ultimately they'll come down to the governor, whether he chooses to support it or not. It's a standalone bill. There's nothing else added to it, and so then we all have to take ownership for our decisions, and whatever your politics are, this is the bill. Support it or not, and it kind of lays your cards out there.
So yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. Do you have any idea then when that could get a full hearing in the Senate and possibly go on to the governor's desk if the cards fall correctly?
I would hope within the next few weeks.
All right.
They are really busy right now with the budget too going on, and
yep, it's certainly not a boring time in Madison. We'll put it that way. Correct.
And yesterday also I had an opportunity to meet with the people from Sunoco,
Mm-hmm.
and because they occupy part of the mill, and so they're very, very integral asset to our community also, and so we're trying to make sure that they feel supported, and what we can do to help make sure that their occupancy of the bill lasts for many more generations also.
Because they are still operating. I mean, there are still people working in the mill. They aren't all Verso employees, but
Correct.
That is still in operations. And again, how aptly
I was gonna say, it's
right there over your shoulder.
And they occupy that space right there, and they're part of the recycling paper. Our old paper board, and they occupy that part of the business. And then Verso over there is operating converting yet, so they still have 100 or so employees in there.
Yeah, and we hopefully will, as you mentioned, in a few weeks we will be able to come down here and not talk about the politics behind the scenes, and we'll be able to say, hey, they have flipped the switch on this thing, and we've got another 400 people or so that are back working here in this city, or whatever the number may end up being at the time it reopens.
Absolutely. And I guess I'm going to take this opportunity. I speak to many employers in town, very good paying jobs, whether it be at Metalco or Mariani's. There are other employers, Sunoco, matter of fact. They're all looking for employees that are looking to work, and there are jobs. And if you want to work, there are opportunities out there.
Seems to me I've heard that line before in other cities as well. Everybody is starting to hang that help wanted sign.
Yeah, anywhere in town you can see a lot of help wanted, but there's a lot of very good jobs out there that are looking for employees that want to work.
And I'm glad you brought up Metalco, because again, I'm going to remind you, we still haven't gotten out there yet to see what's rolling out there. How has the plant been going now that it's, I'm guessing, operating at near capacity? Yeah,
I was out there maybe a month ago, a couple weeks ago, and I got to see the operation, and it's very unique. Watching them attempt to make the aluminum logs, and that process. They are looking to hire employees too. They're going strong, and it's a great partnership in our community, and we look forward to seeing what becomes of that in the future.
Yeah, because again, this is something that you've had a part in throughout the whole duration. You were on the council when the agreement was put in place.
Correct.
You were mayor now that you haven't had a formal ribbon cutting on it yet, but when it does happen, you will be one of those with the big pair of scissors out there. So what has that partnership been for the city? Because I know they are partners wherever it is they go. They want their logo on fundraising t-shirts. They want to sponsor a little league hockey or baseball program. I know there's somebody that was very excited to come into town.
Yeah, we're very happy to have them here. They are going strong, and I look forward to watching the next few years as they grow and expand and kind of get settled in there, and the grass is green out there and is being mowed.
Mm-hmm. And as far as expansion, I know that they've got some extra land around them out there for a reason. You've got the rail spur going out there for a reason as well. Have you had any talks with them about maybe even expanding office space here in Wisconsin.
Yeah, you know, I think they hopefully have that desire in the future. We're just trying to get through still, you know, getting the railroad, which is a very integral part of their business, which in the next few weeks we'll start getting the bed laid for the tracks, and hopefully by end of summer they will have their railroad spur out there, which will dramatically help increase their business, or hopefully will not hinder their business any further. And we look forward to hopefully seeing some growth from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we, again, look forward to being able to get out there and see that finished product as well one day. But of course, you don't come to Wisconsin Rapids like that for a big business like this unless there's things to do. There is some fun stuff going on here as well. 4th of July celebration coming up. I know that's been another thing that you're looking for. We've got Cranberry Blossom Festival in the rear view. 4th of July is the next big thing, and I know you're going to be blowing the doors off for that as well.
Yeah, we always have a great event downtown here. There's thousands of people. We put on, I think, a pretty amazing fireworks display at like 6 o'clock in the evening. The DJ will start playing, and we have an a cappella group coming in from the high school to sing the national anthem. And hopefully around 9:30 we will start, or 9:30, 10, we'll start seeing fireworks.
Then how big is the display going to be then compared to last year? Are you taking all that money that you were going to spend last year and pushing it into a bigger display this year?
It's a $20,000 display. It'll be very nice, and we usually, well, maybe because I'm the mayor here and I grew up here too, that we put on a great display and a great event downtown here that most people seem to have a really good time at.
Anything else we should maybe be on the lookout for then as far as what's to come here on the 4th of July?
Well, hopefully I can pull off a big surprise, and I'm just going to throw out a teaser there. You know, we're kind of in a process of getting approvals for a surprise, and we're not quite there yet, but just want to hang it out there, and when it happens, you'll know.
It'll be a pleasant surprise.
It'll be a pleasant surprise, and when it happens, and should it happen, there'll be no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing that come to fruition here down on the 4th of July, and then again, maybe we'll be able to get outside somewhere else next month as well to again show off just everything that this great city has to offer.
I look forward to it.